Cash flow forecasts are an essential tool for businesses, enabling them to plan for the future by predicting the flow of money into and out of the business over a given period. These forecasts provide a detailed picture of a company's expected cash position, helping to ensure that the business has enough money to meet its obligations, such as paying suppliers, staff wages, rent, and other operating expenses. Unlike a profit forecast, which focuses on how much profit the business expects to generate, a cash flow forecast specifically tracks the availability of cash, ensuring that the company can maintain its operations. A cash flow forecast is typically divided into two main sections: cash inflows and cash outflows. Cash inflows include all sources of money coming into the business, such as sales revenue, loans, investments, and any other income streams. For example, a retailer might forecast monthly cash inflows based on expected sales, which may vary seasonally. In contrast, cash outflows cover all expenses that a business expects to pay during the forecast period. These might include fixed costs like rent, utilities, and salaries, as well as variable costs like purchasing stock, raw materials, or paying for marketing campaigns. The forecast helps to estimate whether inflows will be sufficient to cover outflows and allows businesses to anticipate periods where cash may be tight. One of the main advantages of cash flow forecasting is that it allows businesses to identify potential cash shortages before they become a serious problem. For instance, a small manufacturing company might realize through its cash flow forecast that it will face a cash shortfall in 3 months due to a large upcoming payment to a supplier, combined with delayed payments from customers. By recognizing this issue in advance, the company can take steps to prevent it, such as negotiating longer payment terms with the supplier, chasing up overdue invoices from customers, or arranging short-term finance like an overdraft. Cash flow forecasts are especially useful for seasonal businesses, where revenue can fluctuate significantly throughout the year. A garden center, for example, may generate the majority of its income during the spring and summer months when people are buying plants and gardening supplies, but see a sharp decline in sales during the winter. By creating a cash flow forecast, the business can plan for these fluctuations and ensure it has enough cash reserves to cover expenses during the quieter months. Without careful forecasting, such businesses could struggle to pay bills during their off-peak periods, even if they are profitable overall. In addition to helping businesses avoid cash shortages, cash flow forecasts can also highlight opportunities for growth or investment. If a company predicts a healthy cash surplus over the coming months, it may decide to invest in new equipment, expand its product line, or launch a marketing campaign. For example, a restaurant forecasting a strong cash flow for the next quarter might decide to renovate its dining area, knowing that it has enough cash to cover both the renovation costs and its regular operating expenses. In this way, cash flow forecasting not only helps businesses avoid problems but also provides a basis for strategic decision-making. Creating an accurate cash flow forecast requires careful attention to detail and realistic assumptions about future sales, expenses, and payment terms. If a business overestimates its revenue or underestimates its costs, it could face unexpected cash flow problems. For instance, a construction company might anticipate receiving full payment for a project within 30 days but find that the client takes longer to settle the invoice. If this delay wasn't factored into the forecast, the company might struggle to pay its own suppliers or employees. Similarly, failing to account for seasonal variations or unexpected expenses can lead to inaccurate forecasts. There are limitations to cash flow forecasts, particularly when it comes to unforeseen events or economic conditions. For instance, a sudden downturn in the economy, changes in customer demand, or supply chain disruptions can significantly affect both inflows and outflows. A retail business might forecast a certain level of sales based on historical data, only to see sales drop unexpectedly due to a wider economic downturn or changing consumer behavior. These types of events can disrupt even the most well-prepared forecasts, which is why businesses often review and adjust their cash flow forecasts regularly to reflect any changes in the market or their operations. In conclusion, cash flow forecasts are a vital part of financial planning for businesses. By providing a clear view of expected cash inflows and outflows, they help businesses manage their finances, avoid cash shortages, and make informed decisions about investments or growth opportunities. While no forecast can predict the future with complete accuracy, Regularly updating and reviewing cash flow forecasts allows businesses to respond more effectively to changes in the business environment and maintain healthy cash flow.